a review of the final league match day of PFC. Mainly focusing. I mean, we could cover a few variety of stuff, but mainly focusing on the winners, the cup winners, which is the Eagles, and how they set themselves up tactically in the two matches against City Boys and Mayor Warriors. So I'm here, Seun Oshinaike, with Femi Kumuyi.
Yeah,
We're both
thanks, Sean.
part of PFC, but I felt it would be great to do with Femi because myself and Femi, we've done a few thing reviews, podcast stuff together to do with sport in the past, and also I know he's highly intelligent when it comes to uh, football stuff like this.
You are good at flattering people.
So, the first match that I have prepared is this match here in the first game with City
City boys,
Boys.
isn't it? Yeah.
So, in order to conserve time, I'm going to flick through some of this screen.
Yeah.
Um, so that way we try and get this under 30 minutes if possible. So,
Yeah.
but I think first thing first, we probably should start on the goals that were scored. So, if I leave this screen once it's finished loading, um, and actually in this match, so the first goal came from.
The City boys game, I think, was 0-0.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Sorry, you're right. It
Yeah.
was 0-0.
Yeah.
Nil. So this game, if you remember, our manager Boyega set us up to usually when we play, we use our wing
Yeah.
backs.
Yeah.
But then in this match, we didn't. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk? Do you remember what was discussed during the tactic
Yes.
and why was
Yes. I
that?
was. I was. Yeah. I was very impressed with his approach to this game. Even though the kind of setup he put out, the way he set the team up on Saturday will make us work a lot more because the fullbacks are not giving us that support in midfield to transition from defensive into attacking position. So what the manager did was to contain City Boys because he was looking at the whole picture of winning the league. So you needed to hurt your direct rivals. So he kept one of our key players in terms of us transitioning defensive play into an attacking play in Clinton, who is one of our reliable go-to fullbacks.
Yeah.
And Max. So those two guys give us that width. They play with you guys in defense and then play with the midfield. They link up the midfield and the midfield. So that wasn't there. So it was for us, the midfield players, the CMs, Damoche, Rashford, and myself, to then do that job of doing the defensive work,
Yeah.
and then transitioning. So the master stroke, another tactical master stroke that the manager got spot on was bringing in Happy to play that holding role that it needed to be right there and there to defend for us. Because sometimes when we need to attack, because you have to attack when the opportunity comes, your opponent have just, they launch an attack and you've defended it. You need to counter that, their shots in defense. Happy was the guy that would stay in front of the defense still whilst we are trying, because sometimes you won't be able to recover to do the box-to-box recovery.
Yeah.
So I give kudos to the manager with the way he set up the
If
team.
you look, I don't know if you I'm hoping you can see the screen. So you
I can see the screen. Yes.
how we set up even at the back line. How we're more or less, there was just a share there that will, you can see my hand waving here, asking him to move up to try and level that discipline as we're at the back. And you can see here with City Boys, he almost looked like they had no formation. They have no shape to them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play this. I paused it while you were speaking because I realized there was a move here. Look at, because of our shape, how we literally cancel them out. So we still have our shape. You still have our shape. You can see at the back our shape.
Yeah.
And you can see right here is trying to play the run. But because of our
Yeah.
shape, you can see
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
wasted opportunity. And then same thing
Yeah.
again. The shape is always there at the very back. And then look,
Yeah.
one thing that I did realize, someone mentioned, I think it was Onili mentioned this, and he took advantage of it briefly once when he equalized in the second game. That the way
Yeah.
we played, that because we were, even though we had especially in the second game, our middle is always somewhat. It appears to them that is empty because we're disciplined at the back and then we're constantly pushing forward. So it appears to them that we're flat in the middle. But then, like just as you said, the way we do that center mid, sorry, defensive mid work is very
Yeah.
critical to our midfield shape. And
Yes.
again, just as you alluded to, like we were being tactical. We wanted to win that game, those two games, frankly. And then to a
Yeah.
certain degree, we wanted to draw the first one, and then
Yeah.
knowing that we were going to win the second game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is
Exactly.
you.
The
This is
second
you
game
with
was the most important
this
one.
is you with the ball. Hey, look. So this is what I'm saying about. Look at how you brought the ball trying to attack. Look at their back.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
this is
There's
like
hardly anyone there.
there's no shape. What
Yeah,
is it?
because
One
I
center
don't
back?
blame them. I think they did something that you call throwing the kitchen sink. They want to get every point from that match day, the 6 points available. So they know that if they don't beat us, they won't have any chance to move off from the bottom of the league. So they had to win that game. So if they draw, it doesn't really serve them any good. So
Yeah.
they had to win. So that's probably why they set themselves up like that, just to throw everything. And they always say that we only play long balls and we only defend against them.
I
So
mean,
they believe that
from
if they
this,
press and
especially
attack
our
us,
play here, it didn't look. We didn't play long ball. You had the ball and you drove the ball like up. Drove the ball with. Sorry, you went high with the ball. Even here, you can see we're slightly exposed here, but then very quickly we took our shape, which
yeah.
I'm like so surprised actually how disciplined we were.
Mm.
And then we start again. Like again, that shape always remained. We were never
Yes.
chasing the game, even though really, I mean, the league was for us to lose. You can see they say we're playing long ball, but then we actually do one or two combination whenever before we do any play the long balls. As far as I can see.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think we did too much of long balls because our attack was very narrow. So we needed to, we didn't attack with width. So if you attack with width, it will be easier for us to find our men with long balls. But when you're attacking so narrow, it might be a bit tricky for our attackers to get hold of the ball, and we keep pumping position back to them. So sometimes you have to drive the ball from that defensive area into the final third, which would be a lot, very, very draining. Considering the fact that not long after this game, we'll play another game, which is the most crucial of both games on that day.
So this is kind of again playing to our strength. And so after one or two passes, we get the ball to the striker as soon as possible, and then often the striker earn us like a free kick.
Yeah.
And then we then again take our time to then get our players up. Even then, even them defending, I just feel like they just. I mean, they tactically, I just think like City Boys were very, very poor. Even though on paper you could argue maybe they have one of the best teams, so to
Yeah,
say.
of course. Yes,
But
yes.
tactically, they were just they had nothing. I mean, look, even from here, why are they in their goal?
But if you remember the last time we beat them, I think they beat us the last match day.
Yeah.
The previous match day, we scored them from a similar kind of set piece. So we loaded the ball right into the goal, and Flick or whatever turned the ball in. I think it was Rashford or somebody had to flick the ball in. So they probably were trying to prevent such from happening again. That's probably why they loaded their goal with so many men just to make sure that they diffuse every.
But then sadly
area
they
that was
don't
coming.
actually have the height like to do
Yes.
some of the
Yeah.
defending.
So they
I
put
think they should have
bodies
taken.
in there.
Oh yeah, yep. That probably explains it. And I honestly, I just love how disciplined we were. Like even with the shape of this, I think even with this, we're not trying to overdo. We're always, that was close.
Yeah.
So I mean, this game was a goalless draw, so there isn't really that much super action in there. But then there was one really, really dangerous one at the very end, where
Yes.
there was a free kick.
Yes.
And then
Right
Dippo
in the
looped it
box.
over. So I'm going to try and fast forward to that
And
part.
Josh had the chance just
Oh
before
yes,
the free kick. That could have been our goal. And that probably would have been the clinching, that could have probably clinched the title
so
more
I
or less.
think, was it in this?
It was in the second half against City.
Oh, there you go. I think it's this one. It should be this one. Just waiting for the screen to load. I think that because of the way I've set up the screen, it's taking. Just take out the sound. So this was Rashford and was it Damucci? Rashford and Damucci combining, and then this is the true ball. Oh, actually, no. This is not the one, but this is just as good. Like right here, this is again. This explains classic of what I was saying about having no shape at the back whatsoever. Look, right here,
That's
they
one,
more
two,
or less
three,
have
four.
two defenders here, and then this is Lalas, and I think this is Femi Small.
Yeah.
And really, all Josh had to do here, because I don't know if maybe Josh was worried that Lalas was gonna clatter him or something. All he had to do really is this you?
I think it's Josh.
No, this is Josh.
Yeah, this is
This is
Josh. Yeah,
potentially
that's
you.
Josh.
And all
That's
he had to
Josh. Yeah.
do is just literally, but he messed this one up. He just had to pass that. Look right there. Let me bring that back once. I feel like he could have done better with this ball and just place it, right there like that to you, and then that would have been a goal. Because I don't think Femi Small might have. At least he would have put in a very dangerous place. Yeah, that was you making that run.
Yeah.
So they got lucky in that one. But yeah, like you said, there was one clear chance that we had. I can't remember what minutes that is that Josh could have
I think
really sealed the game.
it would have been towards the end. So not towards the end. I think they were looking for a free kick there, because I got the ball off I think Ibro or Jam or one of them, and they said that should have been a foul, but the referee waved it on. So it was a brilliant counter attack.
Oh, this is another good one. So although we were out of position here, and I think it was partly because Clinton was up on there, and then normally, if Clinton had been there, I would have been able to cover this ground more properly. So what I remember after the game, Dupo was making the point that in this ball, that what Ibrahim should have done here is play that ball, use that ball to somehow split us, but I play on the ground. But I knew straight away that that's what he's going to do. I mean, there's no way I was going to leave him and then focus on this person coming towards me. I just trusted that hopefully Shea would try and track that person. So what he did, he looped the ball over my head.
Yeah.
In fact, in this one, you see how frustrated Dikpo is. So he looped it, but it's too late. Actually, you know what? I just even realized something. I even think Dikpo was the wrong ball here, because the person Dikpo took me away with him, and then there was someone else making that run. I think it probably Ibrahim should have played to that person. That should come up in a second. Even here, I'm not sure how we even lost the ball. Happy wasn't really concentrating. I think the ball might have reached him, like right there, missed. See, like right here, I don't think he should be chasing Dippo. This is the person he should. This is what I. Is this not Fadaka? I think he should have had that pass. Look, now by this point, I still have, that just gave me so much time
Yeah,
to recover.
that ball should have been to Fadaka.
And look at
But
him on the
then,
floor. Look at Dip on the floor. It's like he's so angry.
yeah,
And then again here, he had another chance. And right here, I just made sure I finished him. There was no way it was gonna go past that.
no, this is
Oh,
the move. This
this
is
is
the
it.
counter-attacking
This
move.
is it.
I think so.
No, definitely this is it. Oh no, this is the true ball again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Looks like that.
Okay, maybe. Hang on. See this one by any chance?
Okay, could be this.
Well done, Josh. Good work by Josh. Yeah,
Josh was a very, very important player in that game.
Even though I felt he lacked the fitness, but he played very, very sensibly.
Yeah.
And managed his energy.
Very high work rate. He held the line very well.
Oh, is this the one? In the very last
default
minute.
chance?
I think this is the one, the last minute.
Oh yeah.
When we had to I honestly I think he should have found Afolabi here.
Or even Jamo. Jamo was there. That would have been very
because if you can see, I think you on the far side, you were not really concentrating or at least seeing him. It was only it Kunle that could see Afolabi there. But he tried to loop it over.
That's true.
And he just
That's true.
missed chance. That would have put us under immense pressure because I think that was the end. Yeah, that was the end.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I would love to get your view on what you did here. So look at that. You literally scissors them.
Oh, that tackle is one of those tackles that.
I mean, it needed to be done.
Yes, and in hindsight, I think I should have just shadow him away from danger there rather than because then when I look back, I found that we were in shape, so it wasn't that we're out of shape for that. Sometimes you make those tackles when there's literally no one left to to rescue that situation. But you guys, Sheye and yourself, we were very much in position.
Yeah, we had it covered at the back.
Yeah.
So actually, funny enough, that tackle, that free kick was what led to
the second free kick.
Yeah, the second free kick when Jamo shoe came off and then they nearly But in hindsight, it's easy said than done. So
I know.
This is the first goal. So Babs, this is literally, I think this was like a 3 move. Babs gave me the ball, and I very as soon as I play this, you notice Rashford is gonna run up to try for a quick pass, which was good thinking from him. He wants it.
He gets it.
Loops it over, and then Ugo did his thing. So just before even analyzes, so what was the tactical move that we did in this one? Like, how did we shape up? Did we change our formation in this one?
Yes, we went to our traditional formation because it's a game that we had to take to them. We had to win this game because they are direct, rivals, and we wouldn't wait on any other person to help us in that sort of situation. Oh, we wait on them to drop points against City boys or whatever. So we went with our traditional formation. And Rashford here, so at the start of the match, they came out gun blazing. They were all over trying to attack, trying to create openings. And Rashford was like, we're not really taking the game to them. So that's why he came deep to do a one-off ball, like just one thrust into the box. because there was a ball similar to that before that goal came. Fauzi and Pace were a bit hesitant as well. So maybe he thought if we keep trying it, it might work. And it did happen eventually. So he pinged a very delightful ball, even though some, question mark about Pace's positioning there. Defending
so this was
against Ugo
this
there.
was how he spun him. So I'll love to hear your commentary on how he spun him and also the goalkeeper, because there was a lot of blame around that. The goalkeeper should have committed more. Like, it seems like he was coming out and then very briefly stopped.
Yeah, the goalkeeper is the last line of defense. So when a goalkeeper thinks like that I'm the last line of defense, then you should be more agile to read situations like that. You find out that your defender is struggling, you have to come in there to rescue him from that kind of situation. So in a way, but then he could come out and Pace is still trying to recover and score an own goal. So sometimes it's easy for people to say he didn't do this, he didn't do that. It could have been the right decision, but because it led to a goal, he will be the person to blame. Yeah. But I think Pace got done by Ugo's presence positioning. And
I'm thinking right there, if the goalkeeper just committed, just come all the way, and then that would have given Pace even a chance. Although Pace didn't look like he wasn't putting the pace in, pun intended.
He had lost it there. So the goalkeeper could come out there,
and then Pace goes
stay
through
on
the
his
goal.
line, because he was not balanced as well. So if you stay on his line, he could have made a save there. Yeah. It's either you come out completely or stay on your line. So it was out of position and it wasn't on the man as well. But his presence, being away from goal a bit, put pressure on Ugo to quickly flick it over. So that flick could have been over the bar, because I didn't even know it was going in. I just saw the net bulge and I said, oh wow, it's in. I thought it went over the bar. So yeah, good instinct.
And
there
one thing I also noticed right here, you can see it's literally 5 of them against 3 of Eagles players, and then somehow one ball just literally took everyone, most of the players out.
Because they were not expecting Pace to lose that ball. They were expecting him to still be in position to get Ugo off, or but that didn't happen.
So now at that point, Onile then equalized, but then just before this, I had a bad head injury. I was out for about 5 minutes or so, but then I still carried on. And then, to be honest, I remember saying to Shay at the back, like saying, you know what, I feel my left eye, I feel like I'm seeing double. But I still carried on anyway. And then there was a ball that I should have headed it better, but because obviously his head injury, like he was hurting like so bad, I didn't really clear the ball like how I would normally have expected myself to. So it was too easy. But goal, mind you, even this goal, I felt, if you remember, I was saying to you then that's when I insisted. I said, no, you have to come back to your position, because Happy is no longer playing in this match.
Exactly.
And then I wanted you to sit in front of us to protect us here. Yes. Because if you had been there, I don't want Rashford being here. If you had been here, there's no way Onile would have had a chance to take the shot, because you notice right here, look at where Onile is, look at where I am, and I left my player because I knew, okay, Shay, you can take care of him, and I ran out because I knew I'll be able to close him down faster than Shay can.
Yes.
But then
I was out of position there, definitely. So I think the job, the wonderful job Happy did for us was, the reason it was him not being there, myself not being in position, was why we considered that goal, probably. Because if you look at me, I was kind of like closer to the person that was going to receive the throw-in, which wasn't that important.
That's true. You were here. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think actually, wasn't it part? Look, actually, there's an issue here, because right here, either Damuchi or Rashford should be doing that job, and also even potentially, I would have preferred if Clinton was closing this player down more often rather than you having to be doing that job.
Yes.
Because
So
you always
what
have
I
to
was
stop
trying
the
to do
cross
was to
from coming
close
in.
down the. So the positional play was lacking there, and that's what led to the goal. And that was a very good finish down in it. It's very clinical.
Definitely. But then again, they normally, that's unusual from us. Like straight after that, we got into shape, and then
Yeah.
started to do our normal gameplay, and then that
So
led.
when we conceded, they were all over us for about a good 5 minutes spell. We were conceding corners after corner.
Yeah.
The defensive shape really stood their ground against the onslaught. But then the opportunity came there. So instead of loading the ball, Rashford gave me the eye that, do you want it? I said, come on, bring it then. But I miscued that shot. It wasn't hit cleanly. So fortunately, it fell for Ugo. Ugo had an attempt. I think Mayor saved it. And then Rashford had an attempt again that was cleared off the line.
This was very good, though. The
Instinctive play
fact that
by
he
Tamochi.
gave you that pass, because you had so much space in there. So much space.
Exactly. So a better attempt probably would have led to a goal itself, but they came out to clear it.
I mean, you know what I just even noticed now? How badly shaped they are. Look, right here.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They all just got, you literally suck all of them. Had you even add high or anticipated? I mean, like next time now, if we were to play them tomorrow, I reckon you do this different, because I want to point something out to you. Literally, your movement got how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 focusing on you when Damuchi was here free, and whoever this is, I'm not sure, was also here free. If you just even dinked a pass, like, gave them the eye and pass here, it's free goal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is terrible defending. And they couldn't, I mean, what's his name? Zizo had a chance to clear that ball there. He didn't.
Yeah.
They were falling asleep.
Yeah. Good goal.
And so I guess in general, just a last bit, like you said, there was a few pressure that they piled on us towards just after they considered the goal. Sorry, we considered the equalizer from them. Let me see if we can watch a few. See, there you go. This is one of them.
Was brilliant.
He played well.
Yeah, it
But
did.
I think the problem was their problem was that our defending didn't necessarily give the striker that much opportunity to make any runs behind us, whereby we might have put ourselves under pressure.
Yeah.
And that was Josh holding the ball nicely. And again, they got the ball, but then very quickly. I mean, I felt Clinton played very, very well also.
Yeah, it did. It was brilliant.
I mean, another thing I also noticed, what I keep on saying about defensive shape. So if I just, although they did really well recovering the ball here.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that position. But I felt like their defense also were lacking shape here.
Yeah.
Like right here. Although it's not too bad. Like they have that 3 line, it's not too bad. But then I know he's meant to be a centre back, AZ. Not too bad. He did really well against Rashford here.
Yeah.
But then
absolutely.
look again, they just wasted opportunity right there though.
Yeah, and Babs must take some credit as well.
Yeah, definitely. Even though he was very distracted at the back.
It was brilliant. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, these were the onslaughts of corners after corners.
Yeah, that was they kept
And then
piling it on,
they
and
just couldn't do anything with the ball. I think again we're so onto it very quickly now. Look at Clinton's gonna go after him because we constantly were awake to make sure they don't have any shorts. Again, I think I'm pretty sure this was an easy clearance for us because we
yeah,
actually have quite a lot of height on our team.
yes,
There you go. And then Max very quickly closed them down. Demushi again. Yeah, wow, that was dangerous. But then to be fair, Babs had it all covered most of the time, like you said.
mm,
The thing with Babs always says is Babs is the goalkeeper of the Eagles. Always says is no, don't block my view, don't block my view. As long as you don't block his view, he's good.
yeah, yeah. He is definitely.
So
Mhm.
tactically, overall, how would you rate the our manager, because we're both from the Eagles? How would you rate the tactical out of 5 of those two matches?
Oh, obviously the result speaks volume. So I'll give him a 4/5 for his tactical approach to both games, because you have to look at, obviously they always say take it one game at a time, but you still have to think tactically, because the game after would come in very, very, so quickly after the first game. So you have to look at fatigue and a lot of things. So you put a lot of things into consideration before putting out a team to play. And then I think he rested Ugo
Yeah,
for
the
for
first
the
match.
first match, exactly. So another master stroke, tactical master stroke there. So it was brilliant. I actually would give him 4.5 over 5.
I will agree with that. I agree with that because although I did not question it at any point because I just wanted to play. Like regardless, my focus is always okay. I need to do a good job for my team, and I need to
Yeah,
make sure our back are coordinated and arranged, and we stay disciplined. Everything
yeah.
else, I don't really care. If I do my job, I expect the rest of the team to also do their job,
Yeah,
and it's a
yeah.
team
And you have a
effort.
very good understanding with Shea, because you guys complement each other. Shea has the height, is good, is very, very good with the dead ball situation. You have the pace and the recovery. So Shea doesn't really go for it. So when you go for it, the
He covers.
residual danger that Shea does the cleanup. So
And
yeah, it's
definitely,
quite very, very,
out of
yeah.
everyone else at PFC, if there's anyone that I enjoy playing with, that I know you definitely have confidence playing side by my side, is definitely Shea. I mean,
And he has a very good positional play. He holds position. He doesn't get carried away.
yeah. And
He keeps the
he
shape.
just, I mean, also like football is sometimes about having fun. I love how you're
Yeah,
cheekily just walking into that space and they're just, falling asleep. They even realize that you've walked into that space. And yeah,
yeah. I gave him the eye there, and he said, "Go for it." So, because sometimes you don't need to talk. Because you see footballers come from Brazil. They've never been to England before in their life, and they come in. Maybe they are signed on a Wednesday, and they get in the team on a Saturday lunchtime kickoff, and he's still communicating with the player, because it's not a game. Football has its own language,
yeah,
body language, eye contact, everything. Is you understand if you play the game, you
I agree.
understand it. So yeah,
I agree with that. Um, yeah, as I was saying, like with Shea, it's we have that relation, that understanding. We even joke and wherever at the back. It's fun. Like honestly,
yeah,
like playing side by side with him. So I enjoy it so much. It will be interesting. I hope we still play together next season. But if not, either way, if I need to find a new partner or if I need to be somewhere else, who knows? But I
yeah,
enjoy
yeah.
playing in this team. And then I guess what we're gonna do in the next video, when we get a chance, is we're going to do one whereby we're reviewing the whole different matches throughout the
Okay,
season that we've captured. But we
okay,
we just thought we would do this one showing how we play tactically in those in our final 2 matches to clinch the league.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Fantastic.
thanks a lot for your time
Thank you.
in
Thank
coming
you
to
very
record
much.
this. Hopefully everyone watching this, you've enjoyed our our attempts to tactically explain what we did in this match. So let me see if I can figure out
Totally.
how to stop this video.